A lot of people. The Fletcher ordeal is a reminder of another big scandal involving a high-ranking San Diego politician. CBS 8's Shannon Handy joins us now with a look back at what happened to former Mayor Bob Filner. Shannon?
Marcella, it's been 10 years since Bob Filner resigned as mayor after more than a dozen women accused him of sexual misconduct. Now, I was working for Channel 8 at the time, and I remember it well. So does attorney Gloria Allred, who I spoke with today.
Bob must go! Bob must go!
In July of 2013, calls for then San Diego Mayor Bob Filner to resign grew increasingly louder when woman after woman came forward accusing him of sexual misconduct.
He needs to resign!
Filner had only been in office for about 6 months. The story dominated headlines for weeks. In all, there were 18 accusers, many of whom shared their experiences publicly.
He would come in and try and kiss me on the lips, and I'd have to squirm to get away.
And he ran his finger up my cheek like this, and he whispered to me, "Do you have a man in your life?"
Initially, Filner refused to step down. Instead, he apologized, saying he would undergo 2 weeks of intensive treatment.
I begin today by apologizing to you. I have diminished the office to which you elected me.
However, that did little to stop efforts to get him out of office.
Help us recall Mayor Filner.
A recall campaign got underway, but it never actually happened because less than a month after the scandal first broke, Filner eventually resigned.
Certainly it was never my intention to be a mayor who went out like this.
Attorney Gloria Allred remembers Filner's fall from power. She represented several of his victims.
I filed the first lawsuit against him with my very brave client, Irene McCormick, who had been his communications director.
Now, a decade later, San Diegans are dealing with another scandal involving County Board of Supervisors Chair Nathan Fletcher. While the two cases differ in many ways, Allred says it's a reminder of how sexual harassment and assault continue to be barriers in the workplace.
I'm not commenting on the merits of this particular allegation against Mr. Fletcher, but what I am saying is it does remind us all that we still have many battles to fight and that women need to be able to assert and vindicate their rights.
And regarding the Fletcher allegations, 2 women have come forward reporting unwanted advances. One of them, a former MTS employee, says he pursued a sexual relationship with her for months and groped her on 2 occasions. However, Fletcher has maintained in that case the relationship was consensual. Marcella?